So we're talking today about slides, okay?
Sure.
To cut, not to cut, to buy, not to buy. What are we talking about here? So why don't you talk about what you got going on there?
Yeah, so this one, this is one of the builds that I have. Now, typically I would buy an aftermarket slide, but this one I had an extra gun laying around, and
Had an extra gun lying
I had an extra gun lying around, yeah.
Yes.
Instructors, right.
We at TRB, we have extra guns lying around.
Don't you?
Maybe.
Yeah. So I had it cut just to kind of get more clients, a little bit more relatable in a sense of like a standard Glock Gen 3 in California. But this does have a slide that is stock with the exception of an RMR cut on it, right? Which could be an option that you have if you're trying to mount a red dot on your pistol.
It is an option, yes. Yeah. The other option here is instead of cutting into your stock slide, which has its pros and cons, you could buy an aftermarket slide that has the RMR cut already on it, thereby allowing you to mount whatever it is that you want to mount on there. So what we have here is we have an aftermarket slide that came with the RMR cut already, and then all I did was put the RMR directly onto it. Now, there's a debate. Do I cut my slide? Do I buy an aftermarket slide? And anybody can go both ways on this argument. Yeah. But you can cut your slide. It costs you, I don't know, 80 to 100 bucks these days. You can also buy an aftermarket slide, which can cost you anywhere between $100 to $120 ballpark. So the price is in the same price range. Now, what is it that you want? Personally, in my opinion, I would rather buy an aftermarket slide that has the RMR cut already on it. So that way I don't cut into my original slide. For whatever reason, if you needed or wanted to return your firearm to stock with the stock slide, and as we all know in this particular case, Glock marks their serial numbers on the slide itself. So if you really wanted to return it to stock, then that's a thing because you'll now have an RMR cut on there. Another factor to consider, and not to say that some people do bad work or anything like that, but if you get somebody who tries to cut your stock slide and for whatever reason there's an issue with it, they cut it wrong, something's amiss, now your stock slide is done. Yeah. So that's another factor to consider. So in my opinion, I'd rather go with an aftermarket slide, give myself some options. I have now a slide that has an RMR on it, I have a slide that doesn't have an RMR on it, and now I can toggle back and forth between the two.
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, I can go either way with both. But if I am gonna go custom slide, I would spend more money on it though. If you're gonna go custom slide, make sure you actually go get a custom slide, right? You can definitely go the same price range as this one as well. But if you're going that route, might as well upgrade because there is a lot of what do you call that? There is a lot more performance that you can get in a custom slide as well.
Right.
And that's one thing that you don't get from a stock slide is that the ability to, I believe this one has a porting on it that helps you reduce the recoil. That's not something you get specifically like we were talking about right before this video, a Brownell slide, right?
Yep.
A Brownell slide would get you about $120, $110 on sale, $140-ish. But that allows you, let's say you spend money, $100 in this one, right? To get it cut, you still don't have the porting on the top, right? To lighten up the slide when you're shooting your red dot. On the Brownell slide, they actually cut the top here to kind of even out the weight of the gun so that it's not recoiling a lot. And if you want to upgrade more, the Brownell slide is already ready for you to have a ported barrel. So with almost the exact same price as cutting this one, you're going to have a ported barrel, or, I mean the capability of having a ported barrel on the slide without having to lose your original slide as well. So that is a good viable option. Yep. But this is an option as well. The one negative of this one though is that long wait time of getting your cut slide. Because that is a thing.
There is a turnaround time. Depending on who's doing the work, it could take, 2 to 3 weeks. It could be whatever. So you are waiting for that gunsmith to do their job. So yeah, I mean, the thing about aftermarket slides, as Brendan was kind of alluding to, you can upgrade. It depends on one's budget. You can go fancy and spend $500–600 on a slide and all the accoutrements that come with it, or you can remain basic. It depends on what your budget is. So that's up to you, just like anything else. But the issue here that we're talking about is to cut or not to cut. It's up to you on your choice, but know the pros and cons of each. Personally, I go with buy the aftermarket slide at the price range that you're comfortable with.